Peace, fam. Let me kick a little bit of philosophy to you, okay? So, there's this idea that you should give more to those who give more to you. So, I'm going to give you a situation that, let's say, I find myself in, right? I liked two women, couldn't decide between the both of them, right? Generally speaking, if you like two women or you want two women or whatever, you should give to them equally. But here's the thing, right? Really, you should give more to those who give more to you. And giving more, when you're giving to people who are not giving to you, that imbalance, right? Like that imbalance becomes unrewarding. And so, one of the things that you want to do in your life is raise your standard. Your standard being receive more from people. You know, right now, like I said, two women. One of them made herself very available to me, right? She made herself very available to me. She prepares me food. She cleans. She, you know, accompanies me wherever, whenever, and obviously, what have you, right? The other woman, I've been here for several weeks now. I only see her once, right? Now, of course, I'm still trying to give to them evenly because, part of me is like, that's the kind of life that I can afford. And that's the kind of life I want to afford, right? But then it dawns on me, no, I shouldn't give evenly to people who are giving unevenly to me, right? And for that reason, it's like I was like, look, I have to drop one for the other. And I know you're saying, well, Moni, why are you talking to it's a life, but life is good. One, and life is better if you raise your standard, right? And your standard should be, who do I receive more from? Who is making time for me? Who is prioritizing me? Right? That's who I need to make time for. That's who I need to prioritize. Who is giving to me? Who do I receive most from? That's who I need to give more to. And just to just reinforce this idea, I there's another idea here is this, right? That other woman, right? Like I said, I only saw her one time. Um, if and we were talking, like we could talk. She texts me daily. She talks to me. She tries to talk to me on the phone. I don't really understand her because I'm not that well in Swahili. But what I'm saying is this: if I take her out of my life, right, my life doesn't change. I still have a home. I still have, I still get home cooked food. I still get what have you, right? However, for the other woman, right, if I kick her out of, like, if she leaves my life, right, then I lose that home cooked meal. I lose that, the cleaning. Like, for instance, my son might, eat and make a mess on the floor. Usually at home, back in America, I might. And I'm not gonna call America home, but you get what I'm saying. Back in America, I would have to clean up after him. But now, I could leave it there. I could just leave it there and she'd clean up, right? Because she's like, yeah. Or like, for instance, when it comes to showering my kid, he just got a new hairstyle. He's not supposed to get his hair wet, So, uh, um, yeah, I could get assistance from that, So I'm saying all this to say, you want to get involve yourself in someone's life to the point where you actually improve it, to the point where they say, when this person is missing, my life is decreased, my life is lessened. And a lot of people don't do that for you. A lot of people, in fact, like I said, I was talking to several women because the trouble with, long distance relationships is that they like never work, one. But two, and if you want it to work, you have to play the numbers, okay? In the sense of, like things are gonna come up. Like, for instance, I was talking to several women, and a lot of them just fell off because one of the things about them is that they never improve your life. You know, because like you could just turn off your internet and your life continues the same way. This woman was different. I'll tell you guys that. But you know, and I think that you can also find, and just because you guys are like, oh, well, that's just luck. I think you can also find a woman very easily. You just have to understand certain principles and certain principles, and obviously certain uh, you have to make certain choices um, in order to get those sort of get some quality women in your life. But I'm saying all this to say, give more to those who give to you. That's one. and also try to give so much to somebody that they are compelled to keep you. Because here's the thing too. When I told that woman, it was actually yesterday. I told the other woman, I said, "Look, it's not working out for me." She's like, "Oh, please, please, let me see." You know what I mean? And it's like, you know, yeah, because I'm giving. I'm a giving person, but she knows I'm not receiving much, and that's fine. That's understandable. But what I'm saying is, you have to give and just be giving, but also raise your standard to the point where who you're giving to is also giving largely to you, and your life increases. Okay, so I hope you guys a good life. In fact, that's going to be the topic of my next book. A lot of different tips for how to increase your life, and how to have a better life. So make sure you guys look out for that. Keep your eyes open. I'm actually going to start giving out a preview to that next book. It's going to be free, but you can also buy it to support the work. If you just want to if you just want to support the efforts, and obviously the increased lifestyle that I have, make sure you can hit up my Cash App. It's $ ABS only. I think it's $ ABS only. It could be OBS only ABS. No, I think it's ABS only. Check the description. But other than that, I appreciate you guys for listening. And of course, as always, Shami Hotep, Uncle Ja, Seneb Neb, I'm in my Dua Betcha.